The biggest names in sports are all on IsraelSportsRadio.com.
Looking for great food, great atmosphere, and great sports all under one roof? Then come on down to Agov Sports Bar. Whether it's sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying food and drink with your friends from Agov's kosher menu, or getting into the action by watching the biggest games in sports on one of Agov's 742-inch plasma TVs, Agov has something for everyone. So come on down to Agov Sports Bar, located on 5 Solomon Street in downtown Jerusalem, and plan your next event at Agov.
All right, and welcome back. We are going to switch gears here. We've been doing a little MLB talk. We've kind of covered that. And on the line with us now, one of the newer members of Hapoel Boa Galil Elyon. That's kind of hard to say. It's a long name. A star for the Miami Hurricanes out of the ACC, coming over from Turkey this year. Jack McClinton, welcome to the Israel Sports Radio.
Hi. Great to be here.
Great to have you on. First question, right out of the bat, how's the transition to Israel?
Oh man, it's fun, man. It's funny you said coming out of Miami. Israel really reminds me of Miami. The palm trees, the weather, the beaches,
the Jews,
the people. Yeah, I say that.
I'll say it for you.
Yeah. Don't quote me on that one, though. It's great here, man. I really like it a lot. I'm enjoying myself. I have a great group of guys I play with. Sorry about the noise in the back. I'm actually in a restaurant.
That's all right.
Anyway, yeah, I have a great group of guys, a great coach, and, just trying to get better.
All right, Jack, Ari Lewis here. Wanted to ask you about the concept that Galil Gilboa is the defending champs, but you had so many players go in and out from last year's team. So what's the feeling like? Do you guys still feel like you're the champs and there's the target on you, or is it a different situation?
I mean, if you look at it over here, it's not like, in the NBA when the team has a champ, they pretty much keep the same team, If you're a champ over here, people move around so much. I mean, we're definitely the defending champs in my team, but we have a different team now. We have different players, a different coach now. So, I mean, we can't go in these games thinking we're the champs. We have to go in these games thinking, man, we're trying to win the championship for ourselves and not, do the same thing the other team did last year because we're a different group of guys.
All right, I want to ask you, switch back to your days at Miami. How does playing in the ACC day in, day out prepare you for basketball life after college?
Oh, man, it prepares you a lot. I mean, playing in the ACC, taking pros every day. I mean, you got the North Carolinas, the Wake Forests, the Dukes. I mean, you play a great caliber of guys, and, there's a great caliber of guys all across the country, but the ACC is one of those, one of the top, conferences in the country, the coaching, the life, everything, it really prepares you. You really have take responsibility of all your actions on the court and off the court.
Now, when you left Siena, when you went, you could have gone to your home state, Maryland, other schools.
I don't know if I could have went to Maryland.
But
actually, I don't really think Maryland really wanted to offer me a contract. So every time we played Maryland, I tried my hardest to win.
But hey, I mean, it worked out well for you in Miami. I guess that decision, you can never look back and change it, but, you got to be pretty happy about it ended up a Hurricane.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, Miami's a great place. I had a great coach in Coach Hape.
Right.
Played well. I got drafted in the second round. I mean, it was definitely a blessing just getting my name called. And, being over here, being in Turkey, just a stepping stone to my ultimate goal, and that's to play back in the NBA one day. And I'm just trying to get better. I still have the confidence that I can do it, and, it may take a long time or it may take a short time, but, it's all in God's will. So just keep playing hard and keep trying to get better.
Baruch Hashem about that. Jewish term, you can hear that basically means what you just said. But I want to ask you about your transfer year because obviously NCAA rules say whenever you transfer, you have to sit out a year. So what's that like as a college athlete? You can't play in the games, but you're allowed to be with the team and practice. So what do you do during that year when you're not allowed to play?
All I did was work on my game, man. I couldn't play in the games. I could just practice. I was playing against guys like Guillermo Diaz, Rob Height, who's over in Israel now, a lot of great players, and I was just trying to get myself better and be prepared for next year when I was able to play so I can come right in and play right away, and it really helped me in my growth as a player.
Now, you guys opened up against Maccabi Tel Aviv. What was it feeling like for your first game in Israel?
I mean, it wasn't really my first game in Israel. I mean, we played in the tournament at Jerusalem. So,
right.
I mean, it was our first league game.
Right.
Maccabi's a great game. We were out there. A lot of anxiety. A lot of people were all anxious out there. I mean, it's our first game. We got the early jitters off. Maccabi's a great team, and I mean, the outcome of the game wasn't like we wanted. But the good thing about basketball, you get to play again. So, we can't dwell on the past. We got to move on. We have another game next week against a great team, Maccabi Haifa. So we have to focus on that and put Tel Aviv behind us.
Now, you mentioned going back to the NBA, and I definitely think you're going to do it because you were the 51st pick overall, so that definitely shows you have talent. I want to ask a little bit about draft day experience, what that was like for you. Did you actually attend the draft, and if so, what was it like being around all your peers?
Definitely. I didn't attend the draft, but I didn't want to be attending the draft and not have my name called just sitting in the stands.
You've seen too many clips.
You know what? I'll just stay at home and see what happens. But when I got drafted, man, it was later than I thought. But it happened. It was definitely a blessing. And when I got drafted, the first thing I did was run outside and scream up and down the street. It was like 11 o'clock at night. And I know the neighbors thought I was nuts, but it was just something I wanted to accomplish my whole life. Everybody wants to get their name called.
Right. Now, what's a successful year for Galil? Getting back to the Final Four and taking another run at it?
We want to get back to the Final Four, and we also want to do some damage in the Euro Cup. Since they won last year, we qualified for EuroLeague qualifications. We went 1-1. We lost, but the rule, you got to beat the team by.
Right.
So now we're Euro Cup. We get to travel the country and play against a great caliber of guys.
All right, now, Jack, I'm going to go out on a limb because your last name is McClinton, that you're not Jewish. I hope not, I may be wrong, I'm not sure. But want to talk about the transition going into a Jewish country, different cultures than what you might be used to. And, for example, you walk outside a Saturday afternoon and there's not too many cars going out and the stores are closed. So how have you been adjusting to that, and how do you, what do you do coming from a different place?
Actually, the adjustment was very easy, especially coming from Turkey. I'd rather come outside and see no cars than come outside and hearing people praying on a loudspeaker. And the first time I heard that, I didn't know what was going on, man. I didn't know what to do. I was scared out of my pants. So, coming over here, the weather's nice. All I need is nice weather and nice people, and that's definitely what Israel has to offer. And they don't treat us different than they treat everybody else. So, it feels good to be here, and it's a blessing.
All right, well, Jack, we don't want to keep you from your meal. We wish you the best.
It's already cold now, man.
Oh, sorry, man.
I'm just going.
When you're in Ben Jerusalem, we'll pick up one for you. But
all right,
look,
cool.
Hey, best of luck this year. Stay healthy and have a great run.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
All right,
have a good one.
Thanks a lot.
All right, you too. All right, bye.
The biggest names in sports are all on IsraelSportsRadio.com.